I talked to my YouTube rep, which is an actual person in America, not some, random H1B in India. And he said,
bro, the fuck? Racist, first off, and they wouldn't be an H1B in India, they would be an H1B in America. Why the fuck would they have an H1B work visa in India? You get your fucking racism right, you fucking turd. What the fuck? The quartering is a failure on the internet. Quartering, Jeremy, the quartering, Tremblay, is one of the internet's biggest losers. I have always been kind of repulsed by this guy. I remember when he started showing up, I was like, a new doom has come to the internet. I think I started seeing him right around when I started watching like YouTube again. I think I've said this before, but I basically like checked out during Gamergate. I still watch YouTube videos, but nothing remotely about like internet culture stuff. Because the Gamergate initiatives were the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen. Even if you're like, oh, yeah. I immediately started doing a harmful opinions impression. Even if you think Gamergate was no good, you have to admit it did something that was beneficial. I don't really think. I think that Gamergate was a fuck up on pretty much every level by everybody involved. Gamergate really showed the shortcomings of the political leanings and the political philosophies of every type of person that was involved in it. It was nuts. Because everyone wants to think that they're like, their side had the right in it. And I got to say, it was repugnant to watch from every direction. People that didn't know anything about journalism were mad about journalism. People that didn't know anything about, washing their ass were mad about ass washing. The lefties that were talking about it were fuck ups. Jesus Christ. I mean, they got absolutely infiltrated by like Brianna Wu and those like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not like a subjective opinion. It was a fucking fuckero of a mistake. It's over now, right? But like, kind of after that, I started ignoring most of that fucking content. And, if I got on YouTube for the longest time, it was basically just to fucking listen to videos on shit that I needed to learn how to do. Titley's Busy Kitchen. Shout out, one of the best baking channels in the history of mankind. And I just ignored it. And when I kind of came back, I saw this quartering. I remember he was one of the first people I saw, and I guess he was on his already a downswing. And I was like, this is a big L. Crazy L for fucking right wingers. Like, this is nuts. But then people liked him, which is still crazy to me. I've said for the longest time that gay rights activists have done more for conservative messaging than probably anybody on earth. Because once upon a time, literally just about 10 years before he showed up on the scene for real, if you saw somebody like the quartering online, you would call him a fat slur and tell him to fucking neck it. And that's it. Usually like they would go away. Like because you're just overly excited about something that you're interested in, and you're also just like repugnant to look at. So you just get harassed. Like, this is how the internet used to work. And then, kind of people are like, saying gay instead of lame is bad. And if you do it, you're bad. And me, a child of the fucking 80s, I had to go, well, fuck, you're right. And I had to adapt. And eventually I had to adapt to like, stop saying the fucking R slur all the goddamn time. I did, of course. Like, I'm not fucking, yeah, I did. I'm from the fucking 90s. Tyler admitted it. Yeah, duh. Dude, I was in the Marines. Said the F slur. I've said every fucking slur except for the N one. I can't imagine when that would have ever been good. You know what I mean? That's a fucking bad word to say. But like, getting away from that, we should say slurs because I don't know why we thought it was okay. Mostly because the adults that were on TV were always saying them. And then all of a sudden you had to be an adult, which I did. I was out of the Marines, going to college, graduating college. Like, I'm in my mid-late 20s. I don't think it's a good excuse to hurt people's feelings because of shit that some fucking adult that I watched when I was 14 said it was okay to do. And you grow up. That's part of growing up, okay? Do you make mistakes when you're a kid? Yeah. If you guys want to be fucking mad at me about shit I did when I was a kid, you can. I've forgiven myself, so I don't know what the fuck you're gonna get mad about now. Go ahead and yell at the sky. But I moved on. I moved on from that shit, right? And it was kind of interesting to see the world change after that, because once the harassment of people really, it went down. I'm telling you right now, you just have no idea. It has decreased overall online. You started seeing people show up that would have never showed up before. there would have never been a Milo Yiannopoulos. There would have never been a Nick Fuentes before we decrease the overall anti-LGBT sentiment online. I'm not fucking kidding. This is 100% the case. Other people my age are like, I can't believe kids these days are nice, because when I was a kid, even if I was on your side, I would have called you like a slur and a name and told you to fucking die because you're just the overly excited fat guy talking about fucking Marvel movies or something. Like, the world's gotten better, but you should know that the kind of negativity you're putting into the world, you can only do because of people that you pretend to hate fighting crazy battles on your behalf. It's really the socialism lifts all boats, right? And then the rich try to take the most advantage of it every time. Or the haves, as they say. And it's just been kind of nuts. And when I saw this guy and the other people that were showing up alongside him, I'm like, whoa, this is fucking gonna explode. This is weird. Because here's the thing. When I was a kid, if you had a Republican person in your life, you were fucking loser. If you were a young Republican, lame. Like, I was even just like, I would talk shit about being a fucking like GOP, whatever the fuck, when I was a kid, just to irritate fucking like liberal high school kids that I didn't like. Edgy high schooler shit. But you don't say you like Bill O'Reilly. You're not going around like, I'm a big Bill O'Reilly fan. I'm huge into, what's that other fucking nut's name? Glenn Beck. Because that's like lame as shit. What the fuck? But if you did, or you like, and you got older, they were still respectable to some degree. Do you know what I mean? Even though they're fucking insane, like Bill O'Reilly was like the kind of racist white piece of shit you wouldn't mind growing into as a Republican. Same thing for people like, maybe your Glenn Becks, but like your Tucker Carlson even. Like, there's guys that want to grow up to be a Tucker Carlson. There's personality-less fucking trolls, but like still. But this generation is being burned at both ends of like little conservatives, that some of them will turn into like libs, centrists, whatever, because there's no going back. There's not going to be a like, well, at least they were a respectable type of person, right? And I know you can say what you want about Bill O'Reilly, but like literally he put a suit on and looked like he bathed. That's it. These kids that are like being like, wow, they're going after the youth don't stay the youth for long. They grow up, and kids that are fans of something that sucks hate it inversely to an extreme amount when they find out how bad it sucks and they become adults. This is very true. Look at the Shadiversity fans. In my comments, some of you are them. I thought he was the best in 2016, and he said some crazy stuff. But, I graduated high school in 2020, and now I have my own job, and I'm getting ready to get married, and I'm 25. And I think that this guy's a prick. I fucking hate this guy, because you feel betrayed by yourself as well, especially considering how fucking awful these people look. Guys that I know that were like lame still don't mind like the Bill O'Reilly. They're like, oh God, it was cringe, but I still stand by my politics. That's going to go fucking gnarly very, very soon. Because the best you could get is a fucking person that like maybe Ben Shapiro, right? People are going to come of age and realize that their political prescriptions from their teen years came from Asmongold. They'll never be able to tell their loved ones that. You could never. If you've never been a man, like I am, cis male growing up, there's a time of your life as a boy growing up where you're away from women. And then women get introduced basically into your day-to-day life. Okay, so you graduate high school or whatever. You might be like around girls, you have girlfriends and stuff, but really women aren't like a part of your life generally, unless you're lucky enough to have some, until like your 20s, right? And then it's like, I have women who are my boss, who I've chosen to work for. They're not just teachers, right? It's not like there's sexual paramours. There's women who are my equal that I have met, and they were strangers, and my entire life is about impressing this person because they make me so fucking happy. And you tell them stuff about yourself, and they go, no. And there's nothing more politically or spiritually damaging than the like, shut the fuck up from your eventual paramours that you might run into. Not just my current wife in my case, but even just other women that I was in some sort of relationship with before I met her. And they just go, no. Like, and you're like, well, and you have to think about it and you go, oh, no is the answer. What the fuck? And, you know, for stupid things, I thought, you know, at least sometimes, you know, maybe you have like a Joe Rogan-y type of excuse, whatever the fuck, you know, like I was watching too much fucking Comedy Central on TV when I was a kid. And you get away and you're like, oh, dude, that's fuck cringe. But like the whiplash wasn't that significant because, you know, it's like culturally okay. But when the kids who are like 16 years old right now, who are like hanging out in fucking Chud Logic's server and shit, going on these Discords, hanging out in Asmongold's server, getting fucking groomed over in the Nux court or whatever the fuck, when they hit their fucking mid-20s and they see their path that was before them, these guys are going to fucking recoil in ways that are going to shock people, I think. Because I cannot imagine admitting I liked the quartering under any circumstances. And there's no way his only audience is going to be divorced dads, divorced people my age, with some dads, you know, and then like idiot children. Because only kids care about Marvel movies that much. And like the occasional fucking like, you know, movie nut type guy like me or maybe like your Anthony Gramullias. But like that audience trends to a certain age category, right? Especially when you're given the kind of statements that he's giving. Which is why you usually see like someone like Ant who's older and has like well, not older than him, but has an older audience draw of people that you'll see in Ant's comment section. Like, yeah, I used to listen to this, that, Mahler, fucking whatever. And like, I grew up. And it's good to find out that there's someone that cares about my hobby that isn't clearly trying to talk to children and people with the mental capacity of a fucking 14-year-old. It's going to be crazy. And I think a lot of these guys, audiences are growing up. That's why I call fucking Nick DiOrio's community like Fox News for kids. I think that's one of the last bastions of this shit. There's always going to be attempts at right-wing politicking, right? But this quarterings people, the post-Gamergate 16, 17-year-old, they're hitting their mid-20s, and this shit is no good. You can't put quartering on, even if you're a casual listener for years, like while your fucking wife's listening. Is that the Brianna? Is that the Brie Olsen guy? Like she finds out about that because she watches some other chick blogger who's like, I don't know if you've ever seen this quartering guy, but he is disgusting. He hates Brie Larson. I don't know why. He is so gross. He is a stalker. You know, like it's gonna be fucking nuts. And this guy's fucking life is falling apart. I think most of his business was held together with money from that fucking Russian bribery thing that was going on with like Lauren Southern and the rest of them fucking cucks. It's gonna be fucking bonkers. Oh man, I dropped one of those no moments on my guy when we were young. Rough for him. I mean, yeah. My wife was literally, I would listen to Joe Rogan because it was habitual, right? Because you start listening to someone, it's habitual. So a bunch of you guys listen to me, you don't even pay attention to what the fuck I'm saying. I know, and I don't mind because I get paid for it. But like, I started listening to Joe Rogan because he had weird people on that were interesting. But then I would also just play it when I was driving because I tune stuff out that I'm listening to and I think about what I'm writing. But I have to have the thing on in the background like while I'm driving. And my wife dead ass turned the fucking radio off and was like, we are not listening to that. The whole like Nerevar, my moon and stars, we're not listening to Joe fucking that is like almost literally a conversation, but it was not long that I had where my wife was like, we're not fucking listening to Joe Rogan. I'm not listening to that fucking idiot. I don't even know what the fuck he was talking about. It wasn't like some deep political thing either. She just vibes. She vibes based went, no, absolutely not. Okay. And that was like 2018, 2019. And I would still like sneak it here and there. But like I stopped paying attention to that Gamergate shit when I met my wife. It was 2015. That's probably a stronger indicator than any fucking goodness I have. But like, yeah, I was like, okay, fine. And this is going to happen. This happens to people all the time. Then there's some guys who are fucking psycho right wingers and they treat their women like shit and their girls are afraid of them or whatever the fuck. But I think it's going to be crazy. I think guys are way more feminist than they ever were when I was a kid. Guys don't mind being called gay. It's actually fucking hilarious to see people get upset about being called gay. Like, what are you talking about? And I mean, in the most masculine communities, even ones with right wingers and shit. It's like, you know, yeah, someone called me gay for like painting my fucking fingernails for my daughter. That guy can catch his fucking hands. Like, you're gay at the gym. Like, I am literally gay. I squat 500 pounds so that other dudes look at my ass and want to fuck me. Like, oh, that guy's fucking cool. Hell yeah. You know what I mean? It's a whole different world. And guys don't like, men never really should have ever, and I don't think still like treating women badly. I think like chivalry keeps coming back. I think it's like, for me too, you know, even when I had like stupider ideas about women, it's like, you can't be fucking mistreating women because they're smaller than you. Don't mistreat smaller people than you. Don't mistreat women because don't mistreat people because of who they are, unless they're actually like doing a thing, right? Like you got to do a thing. They got to have a reason. It can't just be because they're existing at all. You know what I mean? And then like it comes off of that, like, well, you know, if you're a man, you have to say like, well, I want to treat women right. Then you just ask them, how would you like to be treated? And you internalize that because that's actually how you figure that's how you figure it out. Oh shit, actually, how would you like to be treated? Like this. I wasn't doing that. No, you weren't. But you could. I could. Maybe I should. That's it. It's that simple. And I think guys are getting there way quicker. Because there's like thoughts and shit online, and everyone was like terrified of that. They're like, oh my God, these fucking 13-year-old boys, they're into like thoughts and thongs, and they say all these mean things to chicks. And now those boys are growing up, and I see them from 5 years ago, those 13-year-olds from fucking 5 years or whatever the fuck. Now I see all these fucking positivity kids that are like 18, 19 on all these fucking gym things. Can't not fucking run across these fucking people. Finding out Sam Sulik was like 19, 20 years old is crazy because I thought he was 35 with the amount of trend the guy does. But they're all hyper positive. It's most body positivity I've ever seen in weightlifting. And then that's like very much upstream of how people represent themselves as men or see themselves as men. And it's everywhere. Like you kind of can't get away from it. And I think it's happening quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker. And like all these fucking Republicans are dying and no one wants to be one. There's giant, if you guys don't know this, you're like, why would people want to be cops? People don't. There's recruiting shortages for police everywhere in America. That's one of the reasons the big, beautiful bill has like a $35,000 signing bonus for ICE, because no one wants to do ICE except for white supremacists. And thank God, actually, we don't have as many white supremacists in this nation as I thought we did. Too many, but we don't even have enough fucking Nazis to staff ICE. It's crazy. And I think it's going to get better. And it happens quicker every time. I said this during the fucking Noah Samson interview. I think the kids are all right. I think people want like to doomsday children, but I was a child and I saw how teenagers act when I was a kid, right? And when you do the overall look at like, you see too much into the lives of some of these kids, but they're becoming immune to it. They're like, the observation's going to kill them all. Like they don't care. They're fucking building up immunity to being filmed. They're like, yeah, I'm on TV. And it's like, yeah, they all just groom better now. You know? 19, 20, 21 years old, see them, and it's just like, yo, bro, why don't you fucking be nice to girls? It's fucking weird. Are you fucking like, are you not into girls? Are you not into guys? You don't seem to bathe, and guys like that too. What the fuck's wrong with you? Do you want to be alone? Like, what the fuck? You didn't see that shit when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like the fucking closest like 20-year-old fucking Jim Tan Laundry. It was like fucking The Real World before that, and then fucking Jersey Shore. But now like you got like these influencers who are actually like, even if they're faking it, they're like decent people. If you're faking it to be decent and like accommodating, like that's okay, man, you're the sociopath I want. That's fucking way better than wherever the fuck these guys are going. But with all that said, we're gonna hop into fucking Ding Dong talking about shit. Okay.
I don't know if many of you have noticed, but I've been a lot more shifty and weird breathy lately. And it's because I'm having near daily anxiety. There's been something going on with my YouTube channel over the past couple of weeks that I have been spending almost every single night trying to figure out. I talked to my YouTube rep. I talked to other people in the space. I just can't figure it out. And right now, I don't even really have a great answer. But what I do have is an action plan. Over the past several weeks, I have noticed videos that used to get 50, 60, 70, 80,000 views were starting to get 10,000 views, 15,000 views. And it caused great panic because, as you know, I have a lot of staff. My YouTube channel actually pays for all of the staff on my live stream.
I gotta say this right now. If you are a staff member for a conservative, fuck you. I lose your job. Okay? With all due respect, I know you guys have bills and stuff, but I like it when you get fucked. And I hope you find a better job working for normal people. But like, I don't give a shit. What the fuck? You are a rat on a sinking ship, literally.
I have, a thumbnail person, video editors, and much more that all rely on YouTube, which has been extremely consistent for me over the past 5 years. For the first time in 3 or 4 years, I have started losing a lot of subscribers, hundreds, thousands a day.
Yes.
I couldn't figure it out. I can't figure it out. I think there are some reasons that are causing it, things that I'm doing, things I'm going to address in this video. But there's also something going on with YouTube that I can't figure out. First of all, I asked my viewers, hey, I've got 2 million subs. Why in the heck am I getting 8,000 views again? Or 8,000 views on a video? For the last 5 years, 4 or 5 years, if a video did good, it got 100 to 200,000 views. If a video did bad, it would...
Hold on a second. How to play to ice. $10,000 agent bonuses for joining ICE right now. That's what I found so far.
It's not, and I would still have this sporadic good video. I had a video on Thursday that had 200,000 views, or on Wednesday. I had a video on Tuesday that got 100,000 views. But then every other video I'd upload that day would get 5,000, 7,000 views. These numbers are, if it continued like this past these 2 weeks, which it has been, I would have to fire everybody.
Bro, I'm mogging you right now. I'm fucking mogging quartering. Talking shit about people you probably like. What was my fucking, what's that piece of shit? Arch Warhammer. That video I think is up to like 6K maybe. I don't know. I know I was talking shit about Shadiversity. That one's up to 10K.
That works for me. Everybody. And probably make some other pretty drastic changes. I couldn't figure it out. So first things first, the things that I can control. I asked my viewers, what is going on?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, the reason quartering's probably out of breath and shit is because he is a disgusting fat body. But like that's beside the point. Too thick to live.
Why are you not, what's going on? Why aren't you watching my videos anymore? So to address the loudest feedback, too many ads. You're doing too many ads, Jeremy. I'm sick of the ads. I'm sick of them. You're doing them too much. I've heard and I will correct. I will now limit all ad reads to a 1 per day maximum.
Oh no, you're done. He's screwed. Oh fuck, dude, quartering's done. This is that. Oh god, that's fucking good. That shit doesn't matter at all. First off, the amount of ad reads, I pack as many ads as I can into a video because you're watching it for free. Just fucking wait 2 seconds or turn on your ad blocker, that pesky ad blocker, or get premium. Right? I don't give a shit. YouTube's like, how many ads should I put in the video? I say max. Fuck you. What the fuck? I need the money, dipshit. You're watching a video for free. Either get premium or just have your thumb hovering over skip. You know what I mean? Like, there's only so much I can do for you freeloading fucks, okay? Have you got ad block on anyway? That shit doesn't do anything for viewer retention. It doesn't. If people are going to stop listening at the ad and they don't come back, they were never coming back. And it also doesn't change your it does not change your service, right? Who gets served your fucking content. Content service is based on who wants to see your shit, right? My content service numbers are like 4 or 5 times the size of my subs. So usually my content gets advertised, basically offered to like 40,000 people per video, right? Because YouTube can get people to subscribe to my videos. That's it. If they offer my videos to new people will watch my videos. YouTube tells you this. This isn't like fucking reading stones and sticks and bones and shit. YouTube tells you I'll show you, right? Look, literally, watch this. I click on this thing. I don't know why I'm saying shit. I don't want to bring up the whole thing. This is what I do. I look at this all the time, right? This is my YouTube homepage, right? You see 1847. If I go here, look, 6.5K. Look, literally what it says. Nice, more subscribers are choosing to watch the video, helping to increase the reach. It's number 2 of 10, my most recent video. 6.9K views, impression click-through rate, 7.6%, right? So this is all the stuff that I can control. What's my YouTube Rex, views, videos, reach, engagement. I might not have that metric on here, but impressions, there you go. 54.1 thousand people were shown my video, right? They were shown my video on their page to some degree because they're subscribers, they're not subscribers. Obviously, most of those people aren't subscribers. So at 18, 20, it's about 3 times. Roughly 3 times the amount of subs I have were shown my video, and about 17% of those people decided to click through and watch the video. That's it. That's the math. The more people click it and watch a bunch of it and engage with it in a way that shows the algorithm that they enjoyed it, the more it'll go out. It is that simple. It really is. Now, could YouTube change that because YouTube wants to quash you? Yes. YouTube is an evil company run by Google, Alphabet now or whatever. That is a bottom dollar corporation. That means that the money that they make is the most important thing, right? If they make a decision that makes them less money, it's because of one reason. They think that decision that costs them a little bit now will get better results in the future. That's the risk return. If YouTube is not showing your videos to people, it is because people don't want to see your videos. If they're not putting your shit into the thing, no one's clicking. People are not clicking on your video. And you only get so many chances before they stop offering it. That's it. There is no other complaint. Your skill doesn't matter. Your personality, your politics, none of it. Follow TOS and make content that grabs people's interest, and YouTube will reward you with more subs and more views. Well, actually, the people will reward you with their subs, and YouTube will reward you with more fucking placement. There's a lot of people that watch my video. I can look up the metric. All of this information is available, by the way. Completely available. I mean, I can show you again, right? I just bring it up. How people found this video. 70% of my people that watched the video with fucking Arch found it through browse features. So most of them weren't subscribers at all. My subscribers doesn't even show up. Suggested videos was 10.2. Other YouTube features was 5.5. Where is it? Audience, I think it's right here. I'll find it. Viewers also watch Weekly Weird News, LGBTQIA+ from the Surf Times, Majority Report, and Behind the Bastards. Returning viewers, I had none. The metric might be behind. So, yeah, that hasn't been calculated yet. But 4.4K are unique viewers. So they've never watched a single video of mine before, or they haven't watched them before. Oh, no, I might be watching that. I'm reading that incorrectly. Hold on. Where's the thing that tells me the subscriber rate? Right? This is fundamentals, right? I don't know why people don't talk about this more. Everyone thinks that fucking YouTube is like this black box. More reviews from YouTube Recs. I got 4.9K of my views from YouTube recommendations, which means mathematically only about 1.2K were from subs. There you go. So like 1.2K were subscribed people, and then the rest weren't. They were like people that are not subscribed to my channel, which is like, so wait, Tyler, if you do the math, it's actually only like a third of your sub count, right? Like, yeah, subs don't matter. Subs are nice and they make your channel look legit. And if people click the bell and stuff, that's fine. But there's dead subs. Probably most of Hambly's subs are dead bots. I mean, I would not be surprised, especially if he's next to the Russian operation. Every time there's an election, political channels get botted by people that are trying to promote shit, right? They'll get botted subs even if they didn't ask for it. Bots will show up that are like from campaigns and PACs and other fucking like little maneuvering things. And then those bot accounts die because the people stop using them because they're not good for doing botting anymore, but they're not going to go through and clean up and unsubscribe. It's like having like 20 to 30% of your entire subscriber account is just carcasses, which is bad for you in the long run. Subscriber counts are actually not good. They're actually bad. There's a reason that you don't see them advertised, unless it's in like over 1 million subscribers weekly, but you don't give like the act because they're not good for you, right? That you don't want to use them as a metric. And I don't think YouTube really uses it as anything other than like an idea of who should and shouldn't be served of people that subscribed and haven't, because there's no value in a subscriber. There's none. Subscribe to me, please. Like and subscribe and be a good sub. But like that individual number doesn't mean anything. Like you just lost 500 subs. Who did I lose? I'm still talking to all the same fucking 30, 40 people that I love in chat are still talking to me. And all of the people that were whining at me the last month that didn't get fucking banned are still there too. So who left? Do you know what I mean? There is no direct correlation between any individual sub and any good thing. It's a law of large numbers. And generally what it turns into is subs are a dog shit metric for income. They mean nothing. You cannot predict your income. You cannot predict your channel reach unless you're on it. Somebody, FD Signifier's he's a fucking algo whisperer, which is why I started. He's the one that's like, you should fucking put all your shit behind. You should unlist all your fucking lives. And the second I did that, my fucking numbers started going 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That dude's a fucking algo whisperer. He knows what he's talking about. Matt Pat, algo whisperer, right? Fucking quartering, not an algo whisperer. Not even a basic understanding of the platform you make your money from. Like, it's crazy. It's like not knowing the delivery schedule for fish and you run a fish restaurant. It's like weird. Like you don't know who sells fucking halibut. Don't you sell halibut at your restaurant? Like you don't know who fucking fishes that out of the fucking ocean right there? Like, no, I've never even considered the possibility that it comes from the ocean. How do you know nothing about these systems? Or are you just like lying, but you're not even lying good enough? It's crazy.
In order to complete this, I have canceled sponsorships that were paying me money now that, in order to not have to do more than one per day. And that also includes promoting Quartercast, my live stream channel, and my Trump cookbooks. If I'm doing a Trump cookbook, that counts as an ad. 1 per day max, period. So hopefully the people that haven't been watching, that were annoyed by all the ads, you'll come back.
They won't.
Secondly, in my panic of...
Sorry, that was the thing I want to clear up. Ads don't get rid of anybody. Because here's the kicker. Everybody has ads. YouTube doesn't even let you take them off anymore, by the way. So like I can't even add. YouTube's just like, what do you want to put on there? And then also like whatever. I put less ads on this because I can't put more on than I put on my fucking podcast. I put an ad every 15 minutes like a TV show. And it's only one. So it's like small break. You know what I mean? Otherwise just buy the thing. You're getting it for free. But people still listen to it anyway because they're interested in the content. They'll sit through the ad. That's kind of the point of your content is it has to be so good that people will sit through the advertisements, which are not good, so you get paid. Like, that's the point. I don't care. I will never, like, Tyler, put less ads on. No! Buy the episode from me directly or something. Like, I need money, dumbass. Eventually, you have to give me something. But download a fucking ad blocker and hope that it doesn't sell you to the fucking CIA, you dipshit. But, like, that's the point of what an ad is that people won't leave because your program's not good enough for them to sit through it. If you're taking the ads off, then you're giving it away, which is crazy to say. Like, I'm giving this away for free. And if they don't take it, then you've basically admitted defeat. And if you put less ads on your videos, or you demonetize your videos, or your videos get demonetized, if YouTube can't make back, in some way, it might not be a fucking straight case for case, but if YouTube can't make back the money that it spends to host you, why the fuck would they promote your ability to get more shit, right? Why in the fuck would they put you back in the algo? And I'm telling you right now, this is coming to all the fucking commentary channels are going to get fucking mogged by this. I already saw the update. Someone shared it with me, but non-unique content is going away. React content is going away. Bye. Maybe Let's Plays and stuff are going to be there. But, someone on the video thing where you have minimally transformative content is going to is getting demonetized. That's just, it's coming. They're not going to pay you to make it anymore because it's not good and people don't want it because it's irritating, right? Like, you have fucking morons, ICO rules, right? Got one thing to say, half a minute long. 700 fucking minutes in any given program of dead air. And they don't want to pay you for that because fucking first off, you can still put goddamn ads throughout the entire fucking thing. And then they give you money, but people don't even want to watch your shit for like this 1 second. And they complain about it. They dislike it. They talk to YouTube. They're like, I'm going to stop coming to YouTube at all. I'll start going somewhere else. And then YouTube goes, all right, well, fucking, we're not going to pay them to make it as an incentive for them to make something else. And if they keep making it after we don't pay them, we're just not going to give them views. YouTube is a business and you have to treat it like a business, but it's also a resource and you have to treat it like a resource. You have to have a sense for the soil you grow in. Do you know what I mean? And this is crazy that these guys don't know shit about it.
trying to figure out why videos that would normally get 50, 60, 70,000 views, why in the hell this was happening. I was deleting them because I thought, well, this is a video that's performing very poorly.
Oh my God.
It's bad for my channel. To have a video that has like a click-through rate of, my average click-through rate might be 10, 12%. Any video that gets worse than that gets sent out to less people. That's just how YouTube works. So if a video is getting, for whatever reason, a click-through rate, meaning that...
That's not how it works. The click-through rate he might actually be poisoning his fucking channel to death. I don't know if he's going to get to this. Click-through rate is how clickbaity you are. Click-through rate is not an indicator of audience participation or enjoyment. They have that. That's likes, subscribe, time watched is the most important shit. Time watched beats every metric. Do you know why? Because you can see it. When they show you. They show you at the top of the fucking thing. These are the most important metrics. All right? Look, this is the video. Okay? Ranking by views, impressions, time watched, average view duration, 17.8. Mine went down a little bit because my view durations were all fucked up because people were watching they were comparing it against my live stream. So my live stream view average is like 2 hours, right? Impressions click-through rate literally says if you click on it, great job, blah, 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 blah. People are choosing to watch this video more often than usual, but usually it also says this doesn't have a direct correlation with how much it's in there. There's actually an info thing you can click. It's how clickbaity the video is. It's a small factor. It's basically your thumbnail, and that's it. Your thumbnail and your title. How good those are at grabbing people's attention, right? But if people keep watching anyway, that doesn't matter. So there's people, I would challenge actually some major YouTubers to show this. There's people that probably have click-through rates that are psychotically tiny, that have gigantic view things that are probably good. Like you get like 3%. I don't have a lot of click-through on mine because people don't know who the fuck I am. I have no brand recognition. They don't know who I am yet because I'm not big enough, right? But like you could put Vosh in a thing and it gets big, right? It's a whole deal. If you look at it, do you click through? That's the first thing. But if you put stuff out there and you have good click-through rate and then bad retention, they'll say, fucking, it's clickbait. Clickbait is a fucking death sentence for internet media platforms these days. Everybody knows about it. Everybody hates it. Clickbait is murder. Fucking der. So if people click your shit and you have a high click-through rate, like 25%, and then they all watch it for 5 fucking seconds and click away, YouTube's going to go, nope. No fucking way. If they do that, and then you also get the reports for misleading spam, which are vicious to people's algos, it'll fuck your shit up. And it'll fuck it up permanently. It'll tell YouTube to stop valuing click-through rate as a metric in your videos. So you got great clickbait titles, right? But then it's not sharing it. But you have really good click-through, but then it's not putting in impressions. It's because it's giving it to people that have already seen your shit. They're going to watch your video, but it's not going to show it to everyone else because it's not going to show it to people that get pissed off about clickbait, which is most people. It's simple, right? View time is the most important. Views are great. Click-through rate is good. View time is everything. Everything. Did they watch through to the other side of our first 2 commercials? The first 15 minutes, this is fundamental Internet Advertising Bureau statistics shit. The first 15 minutes is the most valuable place for an ad to be, or the first 15% or 15 minutes, right? Right around there. So like if you have a 10-minute video, a minute and a half, right? And you need to get to a minute and a half and through it, that's where the ad is going to be so that people watch the ad. And then every ad after that is worth less money because people might not watch the whole thing or they'll watch in pieces and stuff. If you can't get people through those first 15%, 15 minutes, however they make it, however they break it down, you're worthless. If you can't get people to the first ad and then to the other side of it, I know they watched through the ad, you're no good. You're no good to anybody because who gives a shit about your fucking content? It's the best thing in the world. It's Shakespeare too. But you didn't get them through the first ad, fuck you. Fuck you. You're done, right? They don't give a goddamn. And your IAB statistics, the real good shit, especially if you're in podcasts, will show that you're a fucking loser. Yeah, this guy clickbaits. He does great fucking, he sends stuff out. He's a TikTok wonderkind. He can do a TikTok like crazy. Fuck 10 million people watch him. If there's a commercial, what happens? Oh, they tune away. Because his shit's like mildly interesting, but it's candy. So no, they turn away. Okay, well that's done. TikTok, people are going to get murdered on YouTube if they don't fucking switch it up. Because shorts don't pay a fucking thing. And the shorts algo is a fucking cancer right now of literally better than your content because it's just fucking actual like prestige TV shows chopped up into 2-minute bits. Ridiculous. But I'm going to keep going.
That's the number of times people click.
Oh, hey there. Jack Saint. Thank you. My click-through rate goes anywhere from 2 to 8%. There you go. It doesn't matter that much. It's not the entire metric for satisfaction. That's kind of the thing. It's like if you have a good clickbaity whatever, that's good. But what YouTube wants is routine watchers and people to come back. They want brands. They want YouTubers to exist that are dependent on their fucking product that they put out and make money through it and via it, right? So they want routine viewers. That's why a lot of people don't end up subscribing to creators because you didn't even realize you weren't. You just kept watching my video and you're 20 videos of mine in, and then you all say it. Oh, I finally decided to subscribe. I've been watching you for 2 weeks. YouTube knows that. You're like the click-through rate, small, sure, but they're shopping me. Think about it this way. If you think a click rate of like 2 to 5, 8%, 2 to 8% is like what Jack Saint said, think about how many impressions a box of cereal gets on a shelf at a grocery store versus how many people pick it up. Think about that percentage. Minuscule, right? Till you get to somebody pick it up. Now think about how many people pick it up and buy it, right? 10. Okay, get it. That's kind of like, think of it that way when you're trying to consider like, what do all these metrics mean? People, these right-winger types especially, have been using these talking points very irritatingly because I grew up basically after the military in the fucking media world, especially like making money off of it. Not like I'm a fucking billionaire, just the business aspect of it. And they always try to bamboozle people with this idea of like what is and isn't reality. Oh my God, they're killing me in the algorithm. They're silencing me. And it's like, I can see that you have no audience retention. People don't want to watch your videos. You put out clickbait that people don't spend the time to watch. Your brand is poison because you're a weirdo and a fucking creep and people don't want to watch your shit anymore. And they're like, I don't understand why everything isn't like, I thought media and business was aligned. Like, but it's not. It goes up and down. You have ups and downs in all types of business. Why the fuck? How many the people asked this before? How many people does he have on staff? Like 6 or something, he said? If he has 2 people on staff, that's crazy for an operation as simplistic as his. Do you know what I mean? Like fucking nuts.
Which is the number of times the video is shown to them. The higher the click-through rate, the more YouTube will show it to people. That's why clickbait's a thing. The lower, the less, right? Because there's a finite amount of real estate. So I thought, well, this video has a low click-through rate. I better delete it. Turns out that was very bad. And I know other YouTubers that do this.
That's what I forgot to add. Never delete videos if you can avoid it, right? Maybe if you're just starting off, there's some types of videos you might as well delete, but YouTube generally wants you to keep all your content on the platform no matter what. You can unlist anything, and that's fine. Unlist stuff, go bonkers. You can switch it to members only. Don't delete stuff, because when you delete it, it's gone. It wipes it from the system completely, and it fucks your numbers up really bad. Like, it fucking fucks them up like crazy. All those views go away. People usually delete videos in order to avoid like copy claims and stuff like that. But YouTube really does see video deletion of anything that's been released. I delete videos like at least 2 or 3 times a week because I upload the wrong one. Do you know what I mean? Or I have some sort of error in it. That's fine. But once it's out, once it's been published, if you delete it, it takes all those views away from you. You'll actually see a big negative number. And it can fuck your shit up. But also, you can just recover from that fine. Because people do. People do it all the time. Probably like, if you look at someone like Charlie or Pyrocynical, more than likely they've had some video that they've deleted and they're big enough where it goes like, oh my God, dude, he lost 1.2 million views. And they're like, well, he deleted like 2 videos that were getting like, they got copy claimed, and the copy claim was like delete the whole video. And so like, yeah, you lose those, but then also that's not the whole story. So you're fine. The way that Quartering is talking about this is like a fucking person my size trying to navigate this for the first time, and not someone that's been on this platform for like pushing 10 years.
So you should stop. I talked to my YouTube rep, which is an actual person in America, not some, random H1B in India. And he said,
bro, the fuck? Racist, first off, and they wouldn't be an H1B in India. They would be an H1B in America. Why the fuck would they have an H1B work visa in India? Fucking, you get your fucking racism right, you fucking turd. What the fuck?
It's very bad. Stop doing that. Well, would have been nice to know 2 weeks ago when I started doing it, but now I know. So obviously, if I put out a stinker, it's going to stay. All right?
I don't know how he didn't know that. That's actually kind of crazy. I do that not even because I'm like some sort of algo wizard or something. I knew that because people are talking about don't delete videos off your YouTube channel because you lose all the views and it causes a fuck up. I heard that like fucking half a decade ago.
The other
I thought that was common knowledge.
Good piece of feedback is that, Jeremy, you're not providing enough in-depth, enough additional value in your videos.
True,
and
probably.
You know what? Fair point. I think the market has shifted and it's no longer okay just to have to, just to read an article and give my, whoa, that's crazy. I need to be better. And to avoid having my wife sell her feet pictures, I have hired a researcher full-time. Her job is to help me formulate these videos to add more information to them.
I'm actually almost shocked he didn't do ChatGPT. That's crazy. He's going to start doing fucking video essay? Are you switching to video essay content? That's nuts. That's honestly, that's good advice. Yeah. People don't like non-added value content. I like when people come to me and they complain. It's the fucking funniest complaint. They're like, it's a 5-minute video and you talked about it for 2 hours and then you were talking about other stuff. Yup. That's why I have views at all, buddy. It's actually better if people come to you for your content instead of coming to you for other people's content. That's actually a horrible business strategy that some people got lucky based on, and it's going to fuck their shit up very, very soon, apparently.
To teach something rather than to read an article and react. Now, there's going to be some videos or articles or stories that reading and reacting is totally normal and totally warranted. However, when I'm talking about topics like Iran, Israel, Palestine, Ukraine, even gaming, right? There's definitely room to be better than just an article reader. So to remedy this, I've hired a full-time researcher. She will work with me every day to help provide extra meat in my videos to hopefully make them more interesting and entertaining for you. I need to do better and provide a better product, essentially. There's also the issue of my videos being boring. Now that brings up kind of, I used to have meme intros. Well, I tested the meme intros and people were basically 50-50 on whether or not they cared about them.
Oh my God.
Well, the meme intros are coming back, but not just that. I have shifted my full-time video editor, Steven, many of you know him. His job will now be to make my videos better. So each day he will add B-roll to my videos, memes, factoids, on-screen things to make my videos more engaging and interesting. The era of me just reading articles is over, is what I'm saying. And that's based on your feedback. How did it get like this? Well, that's my fault entirely.
No, I think I think I predicted this from the start. I think his audience got older. That's what it is. There are people who can speak with adults about nerd shit. I'm one of them. I like to think so. I might not necessarily like have, a deep level of knowledge on whatever you're fucking interested in. But like, well, I don't know. Jack Saint talks about, he's in the comments, but he talks about like some more adult stuff anyway, like horror movies, I think. But I go back to Anthony Gramuglia talks about comic books and stuff well. Fucking Link Hara talks about comic book stuff well. And he talks about it in a perspective where I learn about the comic books. If Link Hara was a Jeremy fucking the Quartering and said mean things about political issues in the comic books, I guess maybe he did towards righties anyway because it's Link Hara. Like, I know that when I listen to Link Hara, I'm still going to know what the fuck happened in the comic book, and I'm not going to ever get into a position, and this is what happens with Quartering fans more than likely, where if I talk about something I heard from Link Hara, I am going to sound like a fucking moron, right? If I can tell you this, I think most people will probably agree with me, even if you don't like the guy or if you know what. If I watch a Link Hara atop the fourth wall, on any comic book, and then I start talking about that comic book based on what his observations were, probably nobody is going to say there's no fucking way you read it. Do you know what I mean? Like no one's going to be like shocked. Like, what in the fuck are you talking about? Jeremy has been running out basically like dog shit, low rent, fucking right-wing talking points for forever. This isn't me being mean as a leftist, okay? I can do that in a lot of other ways. I'm saying that's what the fucking job was. People will say a thing that basically running out TV, going on 4chan.org/TV and like, what are we complaining about today? And just repeating that. Probably some specific subreddits and going and repeating those ideas while pretending to read an article. Who is that good for? Morons. Literally, I'm not fucking with you. Morons who are a small audience. Not a lot of people are that fucking stupid, but they'll be a little bit older. And kids who are stupid but don't stay stupid forever. Kids are a new crop. The thing about a kid audience is you have a limited amount of time, right? Otherwise you become, a zombie SpongeBob. But you have the kids that got appealed to by the Tate brothers are grown up. They don't, a lot of them are, they are the biggest Tate brother haters now that they're getting older. Fucking bullshit, stupid motherfucking, these guys are fucking rapists, dude. I can't believe I fucking listen to these guys. That's what happens. If you appeal to children, your audience gets older. Gramulia, when he talks about this stuff, even with a political context in it, he talks about it like he gives a fuck about what's in the comic and he knows what's going on. I've reacted to Quartering stuff and I've seen other people react to it where it's clear Quartering didn't watch the film. He didn't watch the movie. He doesn't understand the subtext of what's going on. You know what I mean? I don't have any examples offhand right now, but I guarantee you it wouldn't be too many searches to find them. And a lot of these guys that are in his area of work are the same way. And of course, like, calling his audience idiots isn't a big deal. It's not going to change their whatever. But the people that are kids that are getting older, that were like, oh my God, there is another girl in a Marvel movie and she got up and she says she don't like the president and the president is the president and she is a feminist and a socialist and I think she is gay. And I was on a Discord and we all called her gay together. And now that kid is fucking 22 and he's got student loans and he's graduating college and he doesn't have a lisp anymore because he worked his way through it. He's going, yeah, what in the fuck is this guy talking about? What the fuck? Like, why was I watching this dude? Like you see fucking, I don't know, is he talking about Thunderbolts is the most recent Marvel thing? And then it causes deep reactions in you to see that you've been listening to somebody for that long, and then you see the stupid things that you do kind of portrayed in that person, and you come to dislike them, and you'll never watch their shit again. You might not unsub, you just don't click on it. You don't click through. You never find out that sub is dead, and that's what it is. You missed the train because the content that was good was brainless content for moron children that were interested in Marvel movies at the height of the Marvel Renaissance and the Endgame, Avengers Endgame, and Phase 2. We're going into Phase 3 of Marvel. And Phase 2 is bad because it wasn't as good as Phase 1 was. It couldn't ever be. And you exhausted it. And those kids grew up. And now that's it. You're done. You're done. You're done. Like, you're done. That is the end of your career. Like, it's over. You have to find a new grift. That's like when people are like, enjoy the grift until it's over. You have to go find a new one. That's what this is. That's the end. You're dead. You were a grifter. It actually was a real thing. And that's the buy-in, right? That's why some of these guys, you see them, they're like, I'm going to go in, I'm going to hit it hard, and I'm going to get out. And they can tell. I think I would give that to Jackson Hinkle. I think that guy knew he was a grifter. He got in, he ate fucking big time, and now he just fucked off. He made a bunch of money and he left. No one gives a fuck about Jackson Hinkle anymore. He probably does stuff, right? But it's like, phoned in. No one gives a shit. Jeremy bought his own Kool-Aid. And like, he's got it, like his fucking family might be relying on this paycheck, and it's done. You're done. You got to figure something out. And Asmongold is your better. Asmongold is doing this better. And the Asmongold thing is burning at both ends. It is at its height right now. There is no one watching Asmongold right now that's 15, which is going to be probably the majority of his audience. I've seen the comment sections. In 5 years when they're 20, in 10 years when they're 25, that aren't going to look at fucking Asmongold and be mortified that they were watching him. Like, fucked up. Do you know who mine was? One of mine? Bam Margera. You know Bam Margera? You know who was cool as fuck when I was in high school? Bam Margera. Man, I want to be Bam Margera. Bam Margera fights his dad. Bam Margera has $1 billion in 2 fucking TV shows, and Bam Margera doesn't give a fuck. He does whatever he wants. And then you have the moment where you lose track of him for 5 or 6 years because you actually get a life, and then you go, what the fuck happened to him? And then you look back and like, actually, he kind of always sucked. And then you feel bad for him at least. And if he was like a major influence in your life, you might come to fucking hate the guy. Like, man, fuck this motherfucker. Could you imagine if it was your political education and you start having different politics because you age out of puberty? You know, you get past being angry at girls because you can't have sex with them, and also you can't deal with your body hurting because the anger juice is turning you into a murderous giant version of who you were when you were 11. You get all fucking big. And you fucking get a girlfriend and you get over it and you're like, fuck me. Like, he's not going to have any viewers. All these guys are. They're all like, oh man, I used to have millions and millions. Yeah, it's a grift. And you don't do the thing that Fox News does, which is keeping a bunch of lead-poisoned old people scared. It's kind of like the evidence that it's ending. It's coming to a fucking end, man. And it's happening faster and faster and faster. You're not interesting because they grew up. They're old. You're sad fat guy. You're Captain Hook, and all the Lost Boys left because you didn't even have a hook. You just had racism.
I got apathetic. It became more and more about just making sure I find 5 videos a day that I think will get 100,000 views. It became more about hitting my goals because I had so many employees, and the stress of that meant I was covering some stuff that maybe I wasn't passionate about.
Jack says, watching Geeks and Gamers rant about The Last of Us 2 for 30 minutes, and then he hasn't played it. I mean, so many, yeah. You know, there's no meat to the content because the content was hate. That's it. And here's the thing, like, good for you for making your money off of it. Is the best I can give you. You made your money off hate. But if the people aren't hateful anymore, you can't sell anything. You might not be able to fix it. What he's talking about right now is starting a news organization. He's starting a video essay channel basically from scratch by paying other people to start a video essay channel. I need a researcher, and I need an editor, and I need a thumbnail guy so that we can put some meat on this bone. It's like, dude, are you trying to become a bread tuber? Jeremy, his best pivot would be fucking hilarious if he's like, all right, from now on, guys, this would actually be killer. Jeremy, let me tell you right now, quartering, give up all politics. I'm going to tell you what it is. Start doing lore videos on individual fucking coin-operated slot machines. If you start doing lore videos, deep count lore videos on slot machines, I guarantee you'll get 5 times the views because it's something people are actually interested in. But for politics, man, dude, motherfuckers aren't even watching Charlie Kirk anymore. Fucking Crowder, I think, is gone. I haven't seen someone react to a Crowder thing ever, or in a year or so since that whole deal. Tim Pool is like facing like spiritual collapse as he has found that he is actually a laughingstock even to his own fans, and he can't talk to people who are not sycophants anymore, and everyone makes fun of it. And so he's just being crushed under the weight of his own success into like a fucking black hole. And it's good that bad things are happening to you guys because you are racist, and I hate you, but like, understand, just from a business standpoint, you are just fucked. It's over. Like Wall Street 1920s jump out the 3rd story. It's done. Fucking ticker tape parade for the dead.
Or I wasn't that interested in, but I thought, hey, this is what's going on, and this is the stuff.
Crowder's on Rumble.
The stress of having so much staff was creating that.
Rumble is a Vegas residency for racists. That's all it is. It's like, yeah, man, I'm in Vegas. Like, where are you at? Are you at Caesars? No. Are you at? Bro, are you even on the Strip? No. I'm playing a Waffle House.
And so I have trimmed fat.
No,
I'm not going to name names or anything like that, but I went from a staff of about 10 people to I'm going down to about 3 people. And the 3 people I'm keeping are going to have to do more work. But they are also the people that when I shared with them that I was experiencing immense stress at what's going on with the channel and what's going on, because I'm very transparent. I share with most of my employees how much money I make even. Like, what boss does that? I share my analytics with them, right? So
I think like all the good ones. Are those Sennheisers? What the fuck headphones is he wearing?
these individuals came to me and said, look, I'll work for free. Let's get through this rough patch. I'll take on extra work. And it was a very proud moment for me. Steven, my graphics guy, they're staying. My live stream co-hosts are staying. That's kind of a different deal because I have a deal with Rumble that helps offset the cost for that. But I also trim staff there. You'll notice I went from 4 or 5 people down to 2.
Oh, those aren't too bad. His headphones are about as expensive as mine. Those are the Sennheiser Consumer Audio HD 650s or some similar. It's like $366. I got reference headphones because I work in audio. Otherwise, I wouldn't have these. I would wear fucking
and they are now
earbuds.
Lending a hand. Luke, for example, is helping me find guests. Hannah Claire is helping me find topics. Melanie Mack is helping me find topics, and I'm going to ask them all to help promote the live streams to help that too.
Bro, Melanie Mack is keeping you afloat. You're done. It's over.
Burnout was real. This had never really felt like a job before. Like I said,
What?
I was having near daily anxiety. You see me squirming around.
Majority reports
doing this,
on
touching
Rumble
myself,
with 12
like,
viewers.
it's a weird
That's
tick,
actually
like, touching my
hilarious.
heart because I feel like when you have anxiety, you have like all this adrenaline dump. The weird breathing, it's all anxiety. And so last night, I finally had enough. And in addition to just understanding and taking responsibility for the fact that had I continued down the path I was over the last 3 months, I would have completely killed this channel. I would have completely killed the quartering channel. Just spewing out videos, being happy with a odd hit and miss. To be clear, Hannah Claire, Luke, and Melanie Mack are all still employed. That's a different company, basically.
Bro,
And,
fucking, you're the fucking life support. What? Melanie Mack kept working for me even for free. What the fuck is Melanie Mack gonna do? Melanie Mack was at her peak amid ethot. With all due respect, and I really do mean all due. She was a mid-tier ethot at her peak and turned into a Christian evangelical ultra bigot that says slurs. If you stop paying for Melanie Mack to exist, she's going to die. She literally made her money off of being good looking. She is my age and dresses like girls did when I went to high school with them. She is literally my age and she dresses like it's still 2004. She doesn't have options. She's stupid. Melanie, if you're watching, you're stupid. You know that. I know that. And you're too old to sugar baby, which is the natural progression. I'm not mincing words here. She has no skills or talent aside from being a mid-ethot. She tried to pivot into reading the Bible, which she's not good at. That's it. None is your option. Once upon a time, the option for a woman like you would be join a nunnery because you're too old to get married and like live off of some guy. Right? I don't know, unless there's some like dying fucking 85-year-old that is just going to trade in his Buick to pay for your butter habit or whatever the fuck you are. Holy shit. Finding out that Melanie Mack is fiscally tied to the quartering has to be the saddest shit I've ever heard in my life, happening to people I could not fucking wish worse for. Holy fuck. Is she a woman with no sex appeal who sells sex appeal and it's expired? It's like finding out, like, what do you do? Like, yeah, I got 3 people working for me. One of them is a pack of Wonder Bread with past its expiration date. It said it would work for free. Yeah. Yup. Get a job. Arby's is calling, okay? Joke. Unspoke. Fuck me, man. Oh, that is dark. Is Melanie Mack the researcher? You said there was female pronouns for the researcher. Oh my God. You got 3 employees. One of them's Melanie Mack, and I think Melanie Mack is the researcher. I know she ain't the editor, because I've seen Melanie Mack videos. That shit ain't fucking popping off. Oh my God, did you hire Melanie Mack for research? Yeah, I got Mr. Magoo. I hired him to navigate for the Titanic. Oh, fuck, bro. Oh my God. Oh, that's not good. I'm going to get a stitch from that. Oh.
Wrong is something that has increased in the past, in the recent history. That's one of the things that
Trump killed USAID, quartering in the Daily Wire go under. I have no idea.
And she's going to correct me when I'm wrong and provide information about things.
So
overall,
Biederman?
the quality of my videos starting Monday, like I'm going to, like even on today's live stream, I'm going to play video games this afternoon. I'm going to relax this weekend and I'm going to make my videos better. Also, what led to kind of the destruction is spending too much time on X. I was picking too many stories off X. And I think instead of spending so much time on X, I'm going to spend time in my Discord with my viewers.
I heard, I think it might have been my little brother, one of his friends, like they were talking about, I don't think it was him specifically, but they were talking about like maybe like a friend of theirs. And it was a big point of contention between that guy and his girlfriend, how much he hit his vape pen. He needed to take more breaks from his vape pen. Dude, this is your job. It is so funny to hear him talk. This is the most parasocial shit ever. He's talking to his nebulous and dwindling audience like it's his girlfriend that's getting ready to leave. I know I've been spending too much time on X. Like, that shouldn't affect you at all. I'll just tell you that right now. I think Sean lives on X, right? He's doing fine. I think H Bomber guy's on there. ContraPoints posts to X and then constantly deletes it. She's in good state. Donald Trump is on Parler or whatever all the time. He's doing good. I mean, Elon Musk is doing fine for Elon Musk, I suppose, and he owns X. Nick DiOrio is on that thing 24/7. He's fiscally solvent. You know what I mean? Like, I first off, very funny that you're spending too much time on X. Also, bro, that's not it. If one of the few things you can do as a content creator is sit on fucking Twitter all the time and make money. You just start turning on the fucking live stream cam and talking about Twitter. That's how Bo Black's bought a house. Everybody knows that. Like, you can be on Twitter 24/7 and get your shit going. So many of these guys just are on there all the fucking time. I don't think I've turned on Blue Sky and haven't seen 2 or 3 Jack Sane posts. Unless he's really on there. Maybe, but like I don't think that's gonna help.
I think getting topics from my actual viewers is far better than from Pakistani bots. So by the way, I'll pin the link to my Discord if you want. It's just a chat room. That's where I'm gonna spend more of my time. So I stay more involved with my viewers and not Pakistani bots on X. You know, I've also been expending a lot of energy growing my stream.
Man, you can fucking ruin joking about Pakistani bot farms for me. Don't ruin that for me, okay? Pakistan forever. Pakistan #1! If I could have any bot farm, I'm going fucking Pakistan, okay? Fucking, they're winners over there. Alright. I don't know why you had to make it just still feels so racist. But then what's with the H1B comments and stuff? What if it... I appreciate that it feels like he's playing to the crowd, you know? Like if Andrew the Dice Man Clay was... of all references, I'm going to go with it even though no one's going to know what I'm talking about. He was going out there like, hey, everybody, I'm tired. I'm sorry about the comedy hasn't been as good lately. And he just starts doing hickory dickory dock. He starts to selling gross nursery rhymes every couple of seconds. Like he's playing to the crowd. Like everyone's like, oh, yeah. It's crazy. It's like when racism is your version of playing like Stairway to Heaven as Led Zeppelin. You know, everybody, I'm trying to bring some new things to the table. We're an old band, but we got some new hits coming down the pipeline. But here's some of the classics. Indian people stealing jobs. Pakistan bot farms. Running Twitter. Can we get a black guy mention? Quartering. Can we get a black person mentioned in here? Can we get black guy? The blacks. We'll get that before the end. So I know you're really in it for your actual audience. I want to see you engage your core.
And my stream will also be undergoing these same changes. It could be so much better than it is. I'm literally reading from a script that I literally wrote out everything, so I had a plan. You know, a lot of people don't even know where to watch my streams. If you're a YouTube viewer, you may have never even heard of Quartercast, which is a separate live stream channel that I have. I'm live Monday through Friday at 2 Eastern and Monday through Thursday at 2 Eastern and Friday at 1 Eastern. But even that needs to get better. And, you know, by the way, that you can find that stream. I'm also on, if you prefer to watch Twitch, the Quartering on Twitch. You prefer to watch Kick, I'm on Kick. If you want to watch it on X, it's also on X. So wherever you want to watch a live stream, I hope you'll tune in. It's going to get a lot better. I've got my co-hosts who are going to help me get more guests. We've got a big guest Monday, and I think guests will inject some life into the show and inject more quality for you, the viewer. And that change starts Monday as well. Everything will start on Monday. And I appreciate my viewers sticking with me and those who provided feedback, because that's the most important thing. And being able to take it and listen to it also is important. I got lost in the sauce. I became robotic, and you guys tuned out. And what I'm hoping is either you'll continue to tune in or you'll come back and give me another chance, given these changes I've now laid out for my channel. I guess we'll know in a couple of weeks if feedback is worth a ding. I happen to think it is. So this is my promise to you. More quality, better videos, more entertaining, better live stream. And, you know, and I thank you all for the feedback. 100%. We'll see. Hopefully the channel's not totally dead.
I think this channel's dead. Hey, is that fucking old Nancy Pelosi? What does that mean? I appreciate we're going to be trying way harder, but then it just looks like this. Mines, isn't that the Sargon of Akkad thing? I don't know what all this is. What in the fuck's going on here? 218k views. Unsubbed a long time ago, too. Everything being woke is an exhausting topic. I realized a lot of the takes about go woke, go broke had no substantiated proof or facts behind the takes. 3, every video is negative. What really did it for me was the video you titled Local Small Business Under Attack. The video was about someone leaving a legit fucking review like you wanted, and you calling them controlled opposition. Also, your bullshit coffee ads, clickbait titles, low effort videos, constantly griffing. I won't ever be resubbing unless you address the video mentioned above. Fucking my middle finger. Bro, stop mentioning your behind-the-scenes stuff. Never mention this crap again. The coffee or the staff or your finances or your anxiety. Just do your videos and shut up. Then you'll be fine. The reason I can't watch you on a regular basis is you reading out loud skills are awful. This guy spelled awful, A-W-E-F-U-L. Too many irritating disfluencies, pauses, repetitions, or filler words like or I used to buy your coffee, but on checkout it defaults to a monthly subscription instead of defaulting to a one-time purchase. I find this practice to be scammy. Ads call me. It should default to a one-time purchase. Dude, I'll actually turn this on. I'm going to read some of these. These are fucking tremendous. I quit my sub after the whole Carmelo Anthony thing. 1 week's, no other videos. Over weeks, no other videos. You deserve worse. White collar crime DNB. This motherfucker comments in here. Are you in this comment section right now? I know I've seen this guy. That's one of my people, I think. Or maybe one of my enemies. I don't know. I unsubbed and skip most of his videos now. I only watch if it's a subject I haven't heard about already or can't find anywhere else. The reason? The coffee ads were long. I don't want to waste time with ads and him just reading a news site when I can find 99% of the same topics with no ads and a deeper understanding of a subject, especially of politics, which he has a very surface level understanding of. I think these are actual fans. They're growing up. Your new videos look like the same old MAGA crap. Might be a hater. Hi, Jeremy. YouTube is terrible now ever since the Pajeets took over the platform. It's also very left-wing and it's full of censorship. Sad face. The racists stand with you, bro. It's almost like weak, sweaty, whiny, racist, right-wing, misogynist, neckbeard, incel clowns are losing popularity. So weird. You could also make your coffee brown coffee advertisements funny. Sydney Watson is very popular, and I sit through her advertisements because they are hilarious. I love her sense of humor with self-deprecation and the funny costumes she has. I don't know if that's your style, but maybe you can make it comedic. Yes. Fucking dude, put it on. Put on the costume and dance for me, Jeremy. Pick it up with your ass, Jeremy. Put the costume on and dance. Oh, love your channel. Longtime subscribers. The same 2 people. Have you finally realized you're just a shit human? The grift is over. No one wants your shit coffee or your shit incel opinions. Oh, people are tired of clickbait titles and all that Trump simping. I did not read these first. That's what I say, dude. People fucking hate clickbait. If anyone's looking for a different kind of conservative show, check us out. Click the cat, conservative couple, Mr. and Mrs. USA. Bro, damn, dude, fucking like literally parasitizing his carcass. No, they're fucking, they're scavenging him. I stopped seeing your channel on my feed. I didn't miss the channel, but it did vanish. You did seem to be a coffee ad. I like coffee, but I don't need to seek out ads to watch. It's the racist comments I unsubbed when you was doing the didn't do nothing comments. Oh, God. He was doing didn't-dos. Fuck. That's ancient. Talk about 2015. That's like, fuck. That's literally the didn't do nothing. Didn't do nothing. Didn't do muffins. That's like racist 4chan shit from fucking the Ferguson riots. Like, goddamn. It sucks to suck, quartering guy. Go anti-woke. Go broke. It's true. Subscribed, but I never see your videos on my feed because you probably don't click them. Unsubscribe and see if that helps. Oh, I notice your videos don't come up and suggested anymore. I have to go to your channel to see your videos. A month ago, you were in my suggested videos, and you didn't click. That's what it was. You didn't click enough. Fries in the bag, Jeremy. Fries in the bag.
Hope you enjoyed your time on the West Side.